figure all of this out right now. We're going to be on Overpass to begin with. It'll be big on the CT side and NIP on the T side. And already they're setting up. You could see CTR's ready with the flashbang and the smoke. And they're going to go pretty quickly here. Once they get the first engagement, it's going to be tiziaN and XANTARES. 2 big kills. And, oh, they actually catch him before he can get back. That's massive. That would have been such a good position if they could have had that 4-on-3. But XANTARES couldn't get away.
Sometimes XANTARES' greed is not good.
No.
Sometimes, buddy. This is the same strategy, pretty much similar to, same strategy that they used against Astralis yesterday. Very quick, scrimmy approach here on the T side. No time for the jitters to set in. You just go and you run and you look for headshots up close with the Glocks. And well, this time in Big, we're ready for it. Big, we're like, heh, if that's what you're going to do, buddies, we're going to be ready for you. And XANTARES, unfortunately, kind of threw away the advantage that Big gained from making that correct call.
Yeah, that would have been really sweet. Now, syrson is wrapped around them. Which, I mean, this is a very odd round. I don't think there's no way to know who's going to win right now. Probably has a slight advantage here, but if CTR is looking for this, and you could tell that he is, who knows if he wins that fight? But this could suddenly go in the favor of the T side. Oh, but he turns at the wrong moment. But syrson, he got greedy himself. He wanted more than just the 1 kill. He wanted to spot a couple of more people, and now at least they know that he's there. The rest of them are pushing the L-bend into the B-bomb site where Keto is holding, and that is a nice headshot. syrson making up for lost time in getting that kill. And now there's 24 seconds, and they're bringing the bomb back to an empty A-bomb site. Now, they won't have much to defend it with, but they could at least get the bomb plant. I don't think Keto will be there just in time. It's going to be really close. But yeah, they can run straight up there and plant the bomb if they want to. So, slight favor here maybe for Big still with the lead. Nor gonna walk right into certain death, and that'll leave plopski in a 1 versus 3. Nice enough flashbang to set it up with. They're gonna come for him, and that is just too much. Yeah. Even for plopski.
What an excellent call, though, from nawwk and plopski to just quickly rotate over to that A site. They found the gap, the chink in the armor, and managed to push up onto the A site, get the bomb plant on the pistol, so that'll give Nip some options here going into it. But I do like that. You know, ZTR, he did not disappoint us yesterday against Astralis. Definitely performed, I mean, above the level that I think everybody was expecting of him. Got above a 1.0 rating against Astralis. That's no joke on your first day. But then for him to dance the dance with the best player in the league right now, statistically, syrson, you're gonna go 1v1 with syrson in the pistol.
Ooh, yeah,
I like it. I like it. We need more plays like that.
I mean, again, you know, that is such a weird round. But NIP, I even kind of appreciate the fact that again they slowed it down once they knew that they've been found out, and they tried their best to give Big an opportunity to make a mistake. They just didn't really make one. But I mean, the syrson move could have been it. That could have been the thing they were waiting for. So that's kind of the thing. I think the desk was talking about this too. But the focus on NIP yesterday was amazing. And
late round, really good.
And plays like that, right, where instead of just saying, "Oh, damn, like we've been found out. Let's just go straight to the bomb site. You know, it's a pistol round. Let's just rush. We'll do something." You know, really trying to keep that cool. tabseN out here, bit of an awkward position, but he's still gonna get the double kill.
Dude, he's so rock solid. It's crazy, tabseN.
He really is. Like, I even feel like it's been quite a while since I've seen like a really amazing tabseN game. But he's still really good. I just think his level could be like there's even a higher level above some of this stuff. So, but yeah,
you can just count on him to get work done. I mean, that he is definitely that rock, the foundation, the cornerstone, let's say, of the Big Clan roster. Calling the shots, leading the charge, and then you can then build on that. The rock solid foundation that tabseN offers allows for syrson to have all that freedom to move around and make plays, and for XANTARES to just click heads, although XANTARES can do that anytime. You know, it's still nice to have tabseN there. Keto going to get caught, though, by ZTR.
Yeah, it's a nice shot. Jumping behind that box there at the A-bomb site is pretty dangerous. XANTARES, though, he's so quick. Deagle over the scout, and now the Molotov. Oh, we're using all the tools, and it will be a kill for plopski. It's not so bad. I mean, again, it's a round where they do some damage, and they didn't have that much to work with, so I guess it's sort of acceptable in a way.
Saving both AKs, too, that's really big.
That's nice.
That's actually, it's going to be difficult, actually, because we can't say, you know, oh, what a big play.
There's no way to avoid that trap. I've realized, like, there's just, you can't do anything about it. Just have to embrace it.
Just have to embrace. Well, it's a big play for Big because AK's single shot headshot on the CT side on the defense is really good, really strong. And well, Nip are going to have to deal with that. Now, syrson and tabseN going aggressive mid. This is definitely something that they like to do on the CT side. Try to make plays, try to challenge early, not let the T side get too comfortable out here, get too much ground early for free.
No, I mean, and it's super important. We talk about it all the time on this map, right? Just even showing up, even just showing yourself, and even if you fall straight back, it's like you've already done something, which is, you know, you force them to look, you force them probably to use a couple of smokes that they would have rather not used. Like, it is pretty important. This round, you have to assume that NIP won't get too much done, although every time we say that, there is usually a couple of deagle kills, but, you know, barring those, this should be a round where they can clean it up without too much trouble.
That flash from Keto, though. Can syrson fight his way out of this? He is going to be hard-pressed now. Very tough for him to hold. He wants to make money with the MP9. Not going to get the second kill. He gets overwhelmed.
Oh, man. All right, Keto out of bullets. Oh, this is a disaster. I take it all back. I regret all of it. It's not going to be an easy round for them to clean up at all.
Why'd you curse him, Anders?
I don't know. I didn't mean to. That was... None of that was really delightful. I mean, it's like they had 3 people around the restrooms.
Okay.
And they just, like, none of them could help each other out. What was that?
How much did Threat pay you for the caster curse?
For the I should start charging for that. That would be...
I just remembered that you predicted Nip, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. That would be a solid business if that was, you know. But I would have to prove it. Like, we'd have to do like a double blind type experiment, you know, where
the curse is real. We all know it is, Anders.
Figure it out. Ooh, a team kill. That is a little bit unfortunate, but I guess, you know, they were all in on that one. Now it's a one-on-one, and nawwk's up here planting the bomb. tiziaN coming in from the other side, trying to get that random spray through. That's not connecting. He's finding him out in the open, and he survives on just 12 health at the end. So very, very close round. Should have never been that close. And these are the sort of rounds. I mean, I saw these yesterday against OG from Big, where I think, like, why? What is going on, you know? Like, they are a much better team than getting close in these rounds. And these weren't even, like... I can kind of forgive people, actually, for losing rounds to deagles. Because sometimes you'll just get, you know, a simple that shows up and just, you know, one deeks 3 people in a row. And you're like, okay, well, we can't do anything about that. But this isn't a round like that. This is just Big failing to help each other out in a very predictable scenario, I think.
Just putting themselves in weird positions.
Yeah. So they win the first 3 rounds, but they don't win them in a way I'm not filled with confidence. I'm still sort of feel like, I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, we're still figuring it out. And, well, this is nawwk playing around that as well. syrson once again taking the aggro peak with the AWP mid. Loves to take that fight.
Ooh.
Plopsky taking out tabseN, though, is going to prompt syrson to back off, and that sets up the bait. XANTARES is not going to miss that chance, brings it back to a 4-on-4.
Well, that actually loses them all the map control. Not going down means they have no one on the A side, so they probably should go pretty quickly here. And they are. I really respect it. I think this is a great idea, but oh, what a turnaround. tiziaN! Wonderful triple kill. He just locked it down, and if he had more bullets, I bet that would have been a quad too, but he did everything that he needed to do, and Brehze goes down. That is... Listen, for NIP, it is such a good call, and it would have absolutely 100% worked if tiziaN hadn't...
No! If Brehze hadn't thrown that flash! Do we have Brehze? Do we have that flash grenade from Brehze?
Team flash?
He literally just team flashed them both as they tried to fight tiziaN!
Oh, let's see.
They were both full blind!
Oh, no.
That flash, like... how insanely frustrating is that gotta be if you're on Nip? Brehze is just like, I'm trying to help, guys. I swear.
I wonder where that flashbang went for that to even happen.
Oh... That is brutal.
That is really hard to deal with. All right, 4-0 in favor of Big, and now the aggression, followed up with some grenades. I like this. It's the MP9, and over here is tabseN. One of the rare M4A1 users left. He might be the only one, in fact, in the world still using this. nawwk goes down, and he isn't reloaded yet, and he only has like 5 bullets to begin with, so this is really dangerous. Yeah, finally, he's getting that reload in. But also, syrson combat orbing in connector, and just like that, it's a 4-on-3. I like this aggression out of Big. This is really cool. I've been raining on their parade, but this is awesome.
No, this is we need to see this from the team. It's kind of what we needed to see from Astralis, to be fair, as well. Just all-out aggression. Don't respect Nip. Don't let them get comfortable and set up their game plan. You're the better team. You're supposed to be the one bringing the pain. So for Big to get out there to take these fights, that's what you want to see. Nicely done, though, by hampus. Nice headshot on hampus. hampus has been no slouch. There's been a lot of focus on ZTR, but hampus and nawwk have not been disappointing at all for NIP. Individually, they are definitely stepping up. They're in the top performers of the tournament so far.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch both, I agree. Now, syrson already heard CTR out here, so yeah, he's just going to know. He knew he was running out there. Good double for tabseN and for syrson both, and that'll land the first 5 rounds in the pocket of Big. And no, I mean, there's been 2 bomb plants so far, but none in the last couple of rounds. So as a result, they're kind of lacking some of the money that maybe they could have had otherwise. And
Yeah.
that's just how it works.
nawwk is currently the third-rated player, top-rated player in the tournament right now.
Really?
Campus is a little bit of a stretch. Sorry, he's I don't know how to math, like 9th, but nawwk is up there. He's definitely hitting hard right now, along with dupreeh and syrson.
All right. I don't know if I would have expected that, but
Yeah.
that's interesting.
He's no slouch. It's really fun to watch this development here. I mean, and obviously we're all fans of Swedish CS. If you're a fan of CS, you're a fan of the Swedes doing well. It is pretty much the heartland of Counter-Strike.
Yeah, you gotta appreciate that. It's about time as well.
Yeah.
XANTARES will wait, some confusion inside of the flash there, but maybe they could recover it. They're gonna get traded by Plopsky, so that was a bit unfortunate. But I don't think, I mean, the rifle is still hard for NIP to actually pick up here. So maybe that could still not be that big of a problem. But this is the kind of round where you want to see Big just again come up with a lot of money. They don't. They've won 5 in a row and they have almost no cash, and that's kind of that's evidence of what's been going on. So they have to stop that. You know, stop these close rounds where you can probably just shut it down.
Good on tabseN backing off. No need to take risks. You're in fact you're gonna bait you're gonna bait them back around over here, and it's looking like NIP actually are gonna try and go for the wrecking ball kind of approach, which I really like to see. Just group up and go crashing into the defense. Just throw bodies at them right now, Soviet style.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way, you might as well, right? Because you're not gonna have that much to work with. They have a couple of smokes, so they got one shot. If they get like a clean 1 deke here, it can maybe work out, but they've already been slowed down. And tabseN, yeah, he's playing this really well. He's just not giving them many easy fights to win. Gonna come back with a pistol? Probably not necessary. There's only like 17 seconds left. And they have a crossfire with syrson, so nice round, not risking anything. They only lose keto. That is the kind of round I expect to see out of Big. I haven't seen too many out of, but it's good. It's on the board, and NIP are not. They've won no rounds.
No. Do we get a timeout? We're gonna get a timeout. They're gonna call a timeout right now, NIP.
Do you think they picked this map because it was like it's, you know, German map basically?
Deutsch. No, I don't know about that.
They're like, they feel at home, that kind of thing.
But I think, you see, the problem is that NIP picked this map hoping that Big would not be feeling at home. And
it's the opposite.
And right now it's kind of shaping up to be the opposite. I'm wondering right now, I mean, syrson has been consistently fighting mid. nawwk should have an AWP this round. So I'm kind of curious if they decide to put him top mid to take this fight with syrson. If syrson is going to keep playing aggro up here, maybe it's time to take the fight to him. nawwk has been hitting shots all tournament long. I mean, not a tremendous number of maps, but at least in the series against Astralis yesterday, he performed well. So you should be able to rely on him to hit the shots when you need him to.
Yeah, I mean, you have to do something, right, to stop them from having that advanced position out there, because otherwise...
He doesn't have the best spawn, though, sadly.
Yeah, he's going to be there pretty quickly, you're right. But I mean, they're still going to go for it, and they can just flash over and still put on the pressure. I think that's a pretty reasonable idea. A little bit delayed in this, and Flick's not going to connect with anyone. So they've made it past with the bomb and everything else. And this is a pretty standard, you know, kind of a early T round here, where you've got one guy outside of B, and the rest of the team is doing something else. It's like, it's the most classic thing that we could think of, probably, for T-side overpass.
Indeed. Flash is over long now, so now the Big Clan can be aware that map control is getting developed over there for NIP. And NIP, we're definitely looking to take that fight. There's no doubt about it. nawwk spawned last, so he just had the worst spawn. But if he spawns anywhere closer, guaranteed he's up there trying to take that fight with syrson. It's unfortunate how that pans out for NIP. Sometimes that's just the luck of the draw, but they do a very good job here of developing over in mid, showing themselves there, using some utility over on long to sell that fake over to Big. So it's keeping 3 players for Big. syrson is only just now rotating, and it might be too late.
It's a very good opening kill. The Molotov, though, they're running right through it. There's finally a smoke, but they line up for the spray. XANTARES doing so much damage. He's practically already got a triple kill. Just has to finish it off, and there's going to be one of them. If they line up inside of the tunnel, they're in a lot of trouble. And he's hiding inside of the smoke. He's actually playing this so well. They have no idea that he's in here. When it fades, he might have the advantage. Usually that's how it works. So he's just creeping out, and there is the triple finally for him. He will get shot in the back, but I'm not sure it's going to be in time. keto will take the final one. Great round out of XANTARES here, and that's 7 on the board for Big. They're just off to such a good start.
And I think we're seeing a little bit, well, the struggle right now from NIP. They're making the correct calls. I think that was a sick read on their part. Developing over towards the A side and then shifting quickly back over, not waiting too long, trying to shift quickly back over here to take advantage of that focus from Big on the A side. But then XANTARES peaks, man.
Yeah, and
nail ya.
I mean, when they get the first kill there with the AWP from nawwk, I feel like there was a sizable delay in them actually just, you know, pulling the trigger on that attack to B. And it kind of allowed for the Molotov to go down right on top of them, whereas I feel like, I don't know, if they went straight away, maybe they would have made it further in. I don't know.
Fractions of a second make a difference.
Yeah, it's true. It could be. I mean, it's hard to do sometimes, right? Because sometimes if you do make that split second decision, it's just the wrong decision, and you get wrecked behind it. Nice flash out, nice little attack coming in. XANTARES continuing, building another triple kill on top right now. So about to be 8-0.
Yeah. Whew. They're reading this so well now, Big. Doesn't matter if they're broke. It's like they're just they know that there's going to be niko coming. No bomb plant for Nip. So they're just bullying them. Go for the aggro plays. They've got pistols. Don't give them respect. This is the difference right now we're seeing between Big and Astralis. It feels like Astralis gave Nip too much respect on this map yesterday. And Big right now are they're just out there fighting them. I'm very happy to see. Although, knock. So unfortunate.
He wanted to. He's trying to play the spy game.
Yeah, but, you know, like 9 times out of 10, you're going to get that pyro running around and just ends poorly.
It's been a while since I've been playing Team Fortress, but
you know, you weren't the pyro, just burning everything, burninating.
No, I was playing sniper all the time.
Okay.
All the time. I had like 99% time in sniper. It's the only thing I wanted to do.
That thing, it scares me.
Well, here we go. XANTARES is 13-3 now. That's very bad news for NIP. Oh, a little bit of a hiccup with the smoke causes nawwk to take a little bit of extra damage. Not the end of the world. But again, they're showing themselves out here early on. We can tell, but I'm not sure if NIP know, but we can tell that in a round like this, the B bomb site's pretty weak right away. And I'm sure, you know, a little bit later, maybe there'll be some sort of a boost. Speaking of boost, there is one out long. That's an interesting kind of a setup they have with the flower bed.
I misread this spreadsheet for a second. I thought that it showed a flash assist for Brehze. I was like, nah, don't do him dirty like that, guys. Come on, please. But no, it's not. It was nawwk who got the flash assist. Okay.
Luckily.
162 average damage per round right now for XANTARES.
Wow.
So he is just mauling them.
That surely at one point will have to end.
Yeah, please slow down, this guy. But he, you know, so much talk about syrson. Maybe he was getting a little jealous. Maybe we ticked him off.
Good. You need that internal competition, right? Keep people going. nawwk is picking up the bomb in T-spawn at 40 seconds. So NIP have got very much no room for error in this round. Like, this has to be flawless from here on out. If they get stopped at any point, this is going to be a disaster. Now, tiziaN is hiding inside of the tunnel, inside of the smoke, and there's 25 seconds. Brehze with a good kill, but that's on the wrong side of the map. It's all about this one. tiziaN stops them. Now there's 20 seconds, and yep, they're taking the L bend, but the bomb is still outside with now 15 seconds on the clock, and there's tiziaN taking one. tabseN with the follow-up, and they have to come through 10 seconds, and he'll get that shot, nawwk. Unbelievably, he's going to go straight for the bomb plant, but syrson is right on top of him. He almost is already dead, and now he's going to get blown up. tabseN doing it with style at the end, and that will be 9 rounds on the board for Big.
Just every side, man.
Yeah.
Hey, what can you, like, a Nip now, we're starting to see the grind. What the point that I wanted to make is that we're seeing a big difference in terms of perhaps Hampus's preparation, not having as much going for him right now. He's clearly struggling individually. Whereas yesterday versus Astralis, he was up there top of the scoreboard, or at least top 2, top 3, right? He was doing damage. Right now, he's sitting at the bottom of the scoreboard, and that says to me that he's kind of, his own level is getting impacted by him having to think about how to break Big right now. Yeah. He's clearly struggling a little bit.
I think you're right.
And it's looking like this has actually prompted a tactical timeout here from NIP. I like to see it 9-0. I mean, at some point, just start using them, guys. Just start slowing things down a little bit here.
Yeah, you need rounds on the board to make this even halfway competitive. So it's going to be a lot of pressure on the Swedes right now. And Hampus, I mean, I agree. He was playing really well. It was really fun to see him play. So yeah, it could be that suddenly he's having to think about how to do this, and things are a little bit worse. 10th round is coming up now, and again, CTR outside of the B-bomb site, and the rest are off doing something else. tabseN and syrson and Keto still with that 3-man setup, pushing aggressively. And why not? Because they haven't been punished for doing this. There's no reason for them to stop doing it. NIP have not found an answer to this or anything else at the moment. So just everything is still on the table for Big. Keto is here, and he's going to get that one, but quick trade. And they also dropped tabseN over at long. So now it's on syrson. He couldn't escape. He wanted to move forward. Didn't want to unscope because that would give the game away. So just like that, it's a 3-for-1 trade. And now NIP, I mean, they have to try to find a way to screw up this round. They have to actively look for it. They should be in a very strong position here. Now, they do have XANTARES in the bomb site. He's alone, and tiziaN will never get to rotate in. He's so far away right now. So there's the near lineup. Oh, that is scary. But they're going to catch him. That was a team kill, by the way. nawwk taking down Brehze.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's fine. It's a worthy sacrifice. Surely going to be the first round on the board here for NIP. I think tiziaN is just so far away that it's not worth it. But he can maybe pick up the orb out here, can't he? Is it on the ground? Did he pick it up? Did they steal it? I guess they did.
Ooh. He's got an AK at least. You can't buy an AK on the CT side, Anders.
No,
Syrson's
you're
got money
right.
for an op.
Slight upgrade there. That's helpful. Well then, 9-1. It's kind of late to turn this ship around, but it's not too late. Like it's doable.
No, you know what I think? You know what I think happened is that I was seeing a lot of activity behind Nip there for a second, and there was an interview with Babar earlier, you know, Swedish coach also for a different team. I think GODSENT, you know, stepping in for GODSENT, and you know, they're in those clutch situations. It's like, what do you say to the team to get them fired up? And he says, "Don't lose the round, guys." And,
That's great.
That's you know, that tactical timeout. Coach is getting riled up behind him, and what does he say? He's like, "Don't lose the round, guys. Come on, you can do this.
Yeah.
Hit some headshots." And sure enough, there you go. NIP getting the job done. They broke.
That's all they needed.
They broke the streak.
They lost sight of the real goal of the round. They're like, what are we doing? Oh yeah,
winning.
that's it.
Getting W's.
I mean, that was well, that was a round where they found a way to punish that aggression out of Big, and it worked pretty well. Good trades, just good overall shots obviously coming out. Whether or not they can do it again, I guess we're going to find out in a couple of seconds here, but that is the next big question here. 11th round, and what's interesting is, again, if they win this round in IP, they could be up to 3. Big probably will have to save, or at least they'll have to just buy some pistols maybe, but then it's not going to be that much for them, so let's just see. Brehze this time smokes instantly out. And they're running a very similar type setup here. CTR's going to join them early on, though. He's going to fall back from that B-bomb site almost immediately.
They're looking for the aggro top mid right now, Nip, after that timeout. They're like, okay, guys, you want to dance? You're going to try and push? Well, we'll be ready for you with everybody here. And syrson and tabseN, that smoke goes down on the molly. They don't. I mean, tabseN is just chilling connector, and syrson's playing pretty passively. And I think this is because they have those 3 players just anchored on B right now, committed. And they were looking for some kind of play, but there it is, syrson taking down ZTR top mid.
Yeah, really, I mean, that was an easy shot, right? He was pretty quick to react. Nice return. Plopsky taking down tabseN, who just wanted to take a peek at the stairs.
Yeah, he did. And that's after XANTARES and tiziaN had cleared out sewers. And tiziaN is pushing all the way towards T-spawn now. There's a lot of information gained. XANTARES has to stay put, but now Keto and syrson, what? Keto dies.
Yeah, pushing into the smoke like that. And you're right, they should be waiting, because, the further up tiziaN gets, the better it is. So why even go for anything over on that side? Maybe apart from just, stalling them, delaying them. Get the smokes out, get the grenades out, and just hold them back. XANTARES is also in a great position to shoot them in the back. There he turns the... Oh, but the turnaround! Plopsky! He should have been dead. I'm going to blame the M4A1 on that one. tiziaN in a 1 versus 4, and this is a pretty awful round out of Big in a bunch of different ways. They at least should have probably had that kill. And again, they were in a 4-on-5. I've got a lot of questions, once again, that I'm not really sure how to really answer. It's a good shot from tiziaN. There's a lot more to come. They are just all around him. Tries to go for the jump, but it'll be a 2nd round for NIP, and that is all of the rifles lost for Big. I don't know. If they force it now, that's pretty bold.
Yeah, XANTARES is like, what am I playing matchmaking right now? I mean, because that happens every time. You're going to shoot the guy in the back, and then he 180 headshots you insta, and well, you just hate your life for a second there. tabseN, it looks like XANTARES. That's kind of the impression that we got very briefly. Right now, I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting that it feels like that was a round that Big could have won. And they kind of let it slip through their fingers. Maybe getting a little too complacent here. Maybe getting a little too confident. I mean, they take 9 rounds in a row. They probably start horsing around just a little bit. And
it's hard not to be confident, right?
sure, you got 9 rounds on CT side. I mean, you've already won the half. This is still pretty much a map that is dead on 50-50 in terms of round wins, right? CT, T-sided. It's a 50-50 map, so.
I'd love to find that what happened to Keto once again, because I feel like I don't understand the context of them dying over it long at that moment, really. So maybe there was some detail that we just missed.
Confusing.
It looked really strange, didn't it? All right. Well, we've got a bit of a stack inside of the smoke, or out on long there, trying to look over the smoke, I think. So that's some one thing. Keto is again pushed outside of B, so they kind of know that no one is showing up, and they're slowly drawing more and more people back to this bomb site. Oh, that's so close, but Hampus is down behind the smoke now, and I think they're gonna have to give up on this boost in a couple of seconds, right? There's a little bit of a jump down, and they try to sneak through. Hampus absolutely ready for it. Flash over, but yeah, the main push is coming in from the restrooms, and that will clear up the rest of the bomb site. You know, in terms of getting those shots, Sandra, where you think you're shooting someone in the back and they just spin around and kill you, when that happens in matchmaking or whenever I'm playing with anyone else, I'm fine with it if I'm the first to go down in the round, because I know no one else saw it. So I'll just lie about it to my friends and say, oh, he was very lucky. It's, you know, just luck, don't worry.
It's all luck. Oh.
It sucks if you know, most of your other friends are dead and they're just all watching you.
If you're the clutcher.
Yeah.
If you're tiziaN.
That's the problem.
That sort of scenario, and you're always the last one alive. And
that's also why, like, you know, you want to be aggressive in matchmaking, because then, like, you're always the first one out. You're like, you can judge the other people instead. You're like, you should have done this. You could do backseat gaming. It's one of the best experiences you can have.
Much like backseat driving.
Yeah.
It's how to drive everybody around you insane.
Guys, he's in the middle. No, throw the Molotov. No, just defuse the bomb. No. He's just... It's fun. It's good fun. 9-3.
Another reason why we don't play together.
It's making it real stressful. See, it's missing this shot, but again, even I'm gonna add him points just for shooting the gun out there. I would even be happy if you just ran up to that corner and fired into the air and just ran back. It's better than nothing. Keto, though, on the other hand, he was not flashed in by anyone. He was walking up with like his side turned, wasn't he? I'm so confused about what's going on.
I am as well. Well, you got the turret there. Syrson and tabseN working together, and Plopsky just catching that flank out completely. Now Nip are just waiting, and Big are... It feels like Big are trying to make plays, and Nip are just kind of just sitting and waiting for Big to try to make plays. They're just holding these angles. They're not pushing aggressively. They're just sitting here and waiting for Big to walk into their crosshairs.
That's so interesting. I mean, normally this is kind of the thing that I want. So I feel bad for even... I feel like I should be crediting Big for trying to get this information, right? It's normally my job to say to people, if you're on the CT side, you can't just be waiting back, especially if you're a man down. Like you actually have to go and do something. And they lost Keto, so they were 4 and 5, and they said, listen, instead of just waiting 2 people down in B, let's go and sort of take the fight to them so that we're not just suddenly being executed up on inside of the B bomb site. I kind of like the idea of it, but obviously when it backfires that heavily, it doesn't look nearly as cool anymore. But I think I understand what Big wanted to do, but suddenly, out of nowhere, they're not really winning the same fights that they were earlier. And as a result, NIP have 4 rounds on the board. All right, CSGO survives the round. But yeah, I mean, 9-4. If they can get another 2, if they can make it 9-6,
yeah,
get interesting.
Gas. Brehze is just clearly not interested at all in sharing that birthday cake. He gets 2 kills. Look at this. Comes back, checks. No. I'm saving it for later. tabseN, just so unfortunate.
All right.
2 out of 4, though. I mean, okay, so we got the second timeout getting called here by Big. Clearly Big are pushing, and now Nip are just ready for him. They're waiting for him. But it feels like Nip have been trying to do a bit of this all half long, and now it's starting to click. Now they're starting to get the shots. So whatever was preventing them earlier, clearly that's changing. And now, again, thanks to Blast making the plays here in production, we've got these free cameras that the managers and the coaches have. So we get those different views there, not just stuck with the same player cams over and over again. So shout out to the Blast production for making that happen. That is sick.
It's actually really cool, isn't it? One of these days, cool. we'll get cameramen and we'll send them to your house, the viewers, and it'll be like a meta level.
Yeah, we get to judge if you're cheering.
Filming the audience. All right, deep nade, and it does some damage to nawwk. That's pretty decent. We appreciate that. We have deagles and a P250 and that AWP in play right now. So this would be like a perfect meme round for Big just to pick up with deagle headshots all across the board. That has happened many times before, and it's really frustrating if you're a team like NIP and you're trying to sort of build your way back in the game. You don't want to be losing around like this. So let's see if they can keep that focus. And it's like a mix, isn't it? Like,
yeah,
the restraint at the right moments, but also the follow through when you really need to. Like, you got to somehow have both. It's really hard because if you mess it up, it just looks silly.
It just really sucks that syrson doesn't get anything there, because he doesn't do that often. He was really looking to catch Nip off guard with that, because nawwk and Rez were ready for him mid, and he wasn't there. So there was a chance for him to get a kill, and it slipped through his fingers, and now it's going to have to be done the hard way here. Nipper about to hit this A site.
Well, syrson is here. If he gets 2, 3, I'm asking a lot. There's one of them he's pushing right into it. nawwk was waiting. I still appreciate it. I think that's still pretty cool. He knew he had to go, you know, really, really hard on that one and just win outright, or probably they lose the round. So respect to syrson for trying to commit to that one. tiziaN is walking up behind them, and it looks like NIP aren't looking for it just yet, so maybe there's a timing window, but I think it's actually already gone, unfortunately for them. XANTARES here not catching any deagle kills at the moment.
Can he get in here and save the ops? That's the play. Oh, so unfortunate.
Oh, nawwk is... he's starting to wake up a little bit. That's good news. XANTARES is getting wallbanged randomly. All right.
syrson will still have enough, just enough for the AWP.
Oh, you're right.
But that's 5 rounds in a row now for NIP. I mean, you go from 9-0. This is going to be deflating for Big. I'm wondering if syrson is swinging like that because he's worried about getting flanked from behind him. Did he not know that his teammate was watching his flank or not? Because he didn't have eyes on mid, so is he thinking he's just going to get shot in the back, and so he has to push forward?
Yeah, it could. I mean, it could be like a couple of things like that, right? Like, I think he's just thinking, I probably won't get back, and even if I do,
yeah,
they'll just smoke and molotov me out, and you know. So if I want to win, it's now 15th round, and it's 5 in a row for NIP after a 9-round block of rounds. There, a 9-round win streak for Big. So quite the weird turnaround in this game. Let's see if they can complete it. That would be beautiful if they could make it, you know, 9-6 after all of this. k1to, he's hearing them running. He knows the flashbang is there, and he actually did beat the timing for it, but then they line up for tabseN. He gets 2 in return. He is spotted, and he's still going to make it work. A triple kill. XANTARES taking that CTR, and now it's on nawwk. Bombs out long, and it's a 1 versus 3. What a weird round.
They know where he is, too. Or they should, yeah. You can see tabseN setting it up. They're going to go for the hunt, and they're going to trade places.
I don't think tabseN will ever guess this. He's about to have a heart attack. Okay, well, he's picked up the bomb. XANTARES is next to try and challenge nawwk, who's got that off. Oh! And at an off angle, he headshots him just to make absolutely sure he's dead. And tiziaN walking up behind. Again, he's been... I feel like tiziaN's whole game has been just flanking. That's never going to happen. Like, it's never actually been put into play. He's just been walking up behind them all along. Yeah,
he tends to be the last alive for Big. He tends to be the guy playing for the clutch. And well, now it better pay off for him, because unfortunately for him, this is the difference between double digits for Big or a 9-6, which I think will be very deflating for Big, given how the beginning of this half was playing out.
I agree that we won't feel nearly as cool. Well, here we go. A little bit of noise being made. nawwk now sneaking right in, and a straight headshot to take him down. nawwk winning the 1 versus 3 and a 9-6 finish at the end of the half. We're going to go to a break, and the second half will be right up.
Do you do that too? Do you move your body like as you get through the jump, surf, all that? I get more and more tense, and then I move my body with the jump, you know, with the direction. I can't help it. I can't help. I'm the kind of guy who turns his head away from a flash in real life.
Like tries to look around the monitor when you're peeking a corner.
Yeah, dude. No, it's so bad.
All right, well, here we go. Second half coming up. CTR under a little bit of pressure. They want to try and see if they can run him down. There is a follow-up grenade from the T side, so trying to make that work. He's falling back into the site, and finally they get him. He's got some backup, though, and everyone is blind inside of the site. k1to, though, brilliant round out of him. tabseN will join in, and they just wrecked that bomb site. They got so deep into it that even if NIP had several members there, they just had no idea where Big actually were on it. So, yeah, nice play. k1to here. These are some really good shots. And he checks behind him. It's a nice turnaround here. Just, yep. It's like, I'm going to make absolutely sure.
I'm wondering if that was the identical setup to what Astralis used yesterday against NIP with an HE from Sky, or from Balcony, right? On to short. Same plays coming through here. Again, close quarters with the Glocks, put bodies on short, and just run over the defense. This time, NIP, we're ready to counter it too, but I think Big, just little details here and there, made the adjustments and got through.
Remember how yesterday, though, we saw a couple of plays where people forgot to check the barrels in the middle of the chaos, and k1to didn't do that. So it's just, you know, you can lose a whole round to not checking that corner. So
tell that to Glaive and dupreeh.
Exactly. tiziaN gets one, but that deagle up close. Hampus is not reloaded yet. Oh, and for good reason. Needed one more headshot, though. I still appreciate it. Now it's the scout for all of 1 second. So that's a fast-paced round. Big on missing round.
I feel like that was,
chop
very
now.
fast rounds. Yeah, chop, get the action going here in the second half.
Yeah. Well, 11 to 6.
Oh, Hampus didn't have an HE, so I think I imagined. I thought I heard an HE go off. So
I know what that's like.
You know what I mean? Where I thought, okay, he's doing the Zipnix. But nope, not the case.
You watch this for long enough, like you start dreaming about it. It's in your mind.
Yeah. You're just there. Oh, man, in this situation. Because, I mean, an HE like Zipnix through on short would have just mangled big. But that's the way it goes. Nice HEs here, top of mid. Gonna pepper Hampus.
Yeah, falling back. Nip can't really fight back at the moment, so we'll see if they can get back in the groove. You're losing the pistol round, that's fine. I don't think NIP will be super rattled by doing that. Like, you kind of know that can happen. So the question is just that 4th round, if they can start to pick it up. That's the only thing that I care about. I'm sure the only thing they care about right now. Hampus is walking up a little bit behind. He could maybe catch them. He's sneaking in. He's got the right idea. He's going to be found. That's unfortunate. That was, I think, the big chance.
Yeah. Ooh, Rez, though, waking up. He's been kind of trailing individually. He has definitely stepped up a bit here on this overpass. 14 kills for Rez. Had a bit of a quiet series versus Strauss yesterday and a quiet start to the map, but he is definitely getting in the action now.
Wanted a double with the Mac 10. Who can blame him?
The thing is here, like Nip, they pick into overpass because I think it's the clear punish pick. Going into this veto, right, where it's big might look a little weak on it. It's by far their, let's say, weakest map out of the bunch that you could have picked into.
Yeah.
And now they're probably going like, please stop. 12 to 6 going into the second half. You know, both pistols going the way of big. They convert on all the rounds after those pistols as well. And so Nip's best chance in this series, I think, to get a start was to win on overpass. This was going to be that trap that they set for big. Like, cool, we'll punish you here, and then we'll see what we can do on Mirage next. If they lose overpass here, it's going to be pretty grim for the Ninjas. So a lot of pressure on this round. They need to put a stop to big right here.
I definitely agree, yeah. I mean, if NIP could upset like yesterday on 2 maps, like, that is obviously the cleanest, fastest round, like, way to get there. Once you have to go to a 3rd map, I mean, against a team like Big, already it's going to be very tricky. And the question is, can you even get there? Or
especially because it's Vertigo.
Yeah.
And Big are just monsters on Vertigo.
Ooh, I actually really hope we get there.
Yeah.
I forgot about the fact that it was a Vertigo. That's exciting.
Right? I thought that Big would pick Vertigo 2nd map and just smash Nip that way, 2-0 if it goes to Vertigo. But there's Mirage, but it's also like Big's 2nd best map. So
yeah,
it's a tough road ahead of the Ninjas here. But I mean, it's possible. They took down the best team yesterday, Anders. They took the #1 seed down yesterday in 2 maps. Anything is possible when it comes to the Ninjas now.
Yeah, it's a very, very cool start for them. And I think they proved the end of that first half here that, that they have some fight in them. They could really do some damage. But it might have just been too late. I mean, that's the problem, right? When you end up 9-6 and then you lose the pistol in the second half, you might not have enough runway to actually get off the ground. Rez waiting at this angle, and he doesn't make it work. It's real close. But tabseN will stay alive. syrson will take down Hampus, and this is a real disaster. In fact, so much so, 5-on-3, unless they get a really quick kill here, they might need to save these guns on NIP as much. Yeah, they're going to be running back. I think that makes sense.
Yep.
I mean, this is one of those scenarios, right? You see tabseN there in that fight, and he's down to 12 health. Sometimes when we talk about, like, nade damage, and even though, we love those huge, meaty, 50 HP kind of damage grenades, one that does, 15 damage, it's the difference between that kind of a spray fight, you win or you lose. So even just a tiny bit of damage can actually make a big difference down the road. So sometimes I think maybe, you don't have to only throw the monster grenades that just take down like an entire team, even if it's fun.
Sure.
Just a little bit of shrapnel can go a long way.
Especially when you're dealing with M4s.
Yeah.
You turn that one-shot headshot instead of 2, right?
Exactly.
Then that can change the situation drastically. But now it's going to be Big backing off. It looks like Plopsky and nawwk are going to save these guns. And nawwk saving that AWP is a big deal. He's the heavy hitter right now on NIP. And he's still at the top of the scoreboard. Rez has got more kills, but it looks like nawwk has had a slightly more impact. but it's not enough to take over against Big. And that's kind of what NiP are lacking right now. They're lacking some headshots. A little bit of frustration getting shown there by ZTR. And,
who can blame them? I mean,
yeah.
Right now is a reasonable time to show some frustration because I don't think this is how they wanted to unfold. And again, that fourth round, all of your hopes are on that round to pick it up and turn it around. Now we're swinging for the fences if we're in IP. This is, you know, the comeback now from 13 to 6, and you don't really have any kind of real money to work with. It's looking less and less likely. Plopsky has got the AK around where nawwk is, not that far away, so they can kind of back each other up. Ooh. Potentially really cool boost. And even if Brehze, that looked like it was good timing to maybe catch them, but syrson's just completely unfazed by the whole thing. Doesn't even care.
No. Oh, buddy. Yeah, there it is. tabseN catches him. I mean, this is starting to just turn into Big winning all their duels.
Yeah, and I think also manipulating the defense pretty well. Because once they realize that someone was pushed up that far, they say, oh, let's go check out sewer, and they, you know, they find that kill, and now they know where one of them is. Now it's just nawwk with the AWP that's, you know, undiscovered for a second, but I'm sure being down there, if he fires it, they'll figure it out. No, Hampers, it's not... You're not right on. You need to keep guessing. It's like live action battleships.
What is this battle? Oh, nawwk though.
He's trying really his best. Oh, what? That is so stupid. I can't believe it.
Why not?
He's cheating. There's no other explanation.
Against the Germans?
Yeah, apparently. Oh, man. That is so
tiziaN is just laughing in the chat right now. I didn't hit you once.
You have to just appreciate the fact that he's firing his gun, like for the first kill, he's baiting him in. He's shooting the gun and then turning for the stairs. He knew that was coming. But then the follow-up, no one could have known that. That's one of the dumbest things I've seen.
That is definitely one of the longer duels that we've had. Glad to see a little bit of back and forth, a little bit of banter back and forth between the teams as well, just letting each other know.
You have to laugh at that. All right, well,
okay.
The comedy has passed. Now it's serious business. Oh, we're gonna get a quad boost. Big one. They don't just want to win; they want to humiliate them. If they can win the round based on this quad boost, I mean that would be so good. And there it is. Oh no! It's Hampers to go down.
Dude. Okay, Brehze get in position in time because at the same time, NiP went for double AWP in mid. nawwk and Brehze were both there looking for shots, and now Brehze is pushed up at long. But Big are aware of this. They know that there can be some aggression over here. Let's see, can they clear this out? Nope. Brehze gonna get that shot for free.
Yeah, that is really important. Look at CTR. He's really far pushed up. Is he gonna get there in time? Oh, they don't even check it. He has a chance to wreck this round. They're gonna come back and check, and XANTARES wins the fight anyway. That should never be happening. I can't, there's no rhyme or reason. tabseN is pushed up behind Brehze. He's about 5 seconds away from shooting him in the back. He did hear nawwk run underneath, but yep, he's going to turn it. Plopsky getting that one. And syrson goes down. tabseN will fall. What is happening? NIP somehow come out with a favorable 2 versus 1 here, in spite of the fact that they were about to lose everything. This is all over the place. This is just a crazy round.
Especially in my mind, I'm just hearing XANTARES going, this isn't NiP talent, kid.
Yeah.
Shutting down that flank.
Man.
And, well, now tiziaN last alive once again for Big.
Yeah, and he's walking in. Well, there's going to be the AWP on nawwk there. And Plopsky with the AUG, so he can get the bomb down, but the problem is still, how do you get out from behind that box, right? The smokes will help you a little bit, but if you get trapped in here, they're going to find a way to kill you for sure. So, oh, he's up on top of it. Is he creating a one-way? If this actually works, that's going to be brilliant. tiziaN trying his best to nearly line them up. nawwk will take him down, but I mean, that looked doable for just a second there. It's a 7th round for NIP in what has to be just one of the most chaotic rounds we've seen yet.
Really
there was no rhyme or reason for what's going on here.
I really like the decision-making from NiP at the end there to just double up on the A site, and then otherwise, you know, we work together with the buddy system to take back B if that's where tiziaN happens to be. I don't think either of those players individually are worried about tiziaN, and so just solid team play there from NIP in the end. A lot of talking from Threat, trying to get them rallied up. This is a game of CS. It's not over until one team gets 16 rounds. So you are not out of it yet if you are NIP. And Rez aggression, top mid. Let's see, can he get a shot? Oh, not quite.
Oh, and he's going to get smoked off, pushed even further back. Sneaking around, that's some pretty good damage on Taquito. And I think they were looking for it. I mean, that's the benefit of the smoke that they threw right here. Is they know that he has to sort of, you know, either go downstairs or fall further back. So, didn't matter. They still get tagged.
We didn't see the opping from Rez yesterday against Astralis, but we did see this kind of aggression. And I'm really liking to see this from Rez, man. It's clear that they're giving him the freedom to get up here and make plays. And now with that AWP, that just adds that little extra element to it that's making it difficult for Big to get a grip on him. So I'm really liking this from NIP. They need to be just cutting their stars loose to just go out and wreak havoc.
Yeah, I agree. Ooh, that's not getting found. That's tiziaN inside a connector, shooting him through the door. Not playing. I mean, that was an information play from nawwk, trying to see who was out there. I don't mind it, but it really hurts them when they just lose that fight. Oh, and the AWP not connecting. tabseN crouching in. It leaves Hampers out here all on his own on this side of the map. So not only does he have to turn to take out tabseN, but he has to stay alive and do even more. I mean, he has to get at least a double here. He's made noise. They know where he is already, so it's not bad. Still more fights to come, and now the bomb is going to be planted as well. Plopsky is alone down at B, and he can't really do anything. I think they picked up another killer down there as well, so that's pretty rough and a great round for Big. They completely encircled that bomb site coming in from long and from restrooms, and they just infiltrated the whole defense. So, and again, I don't know about nawwk, but the fact that Rez didn't get that kill on tabseN, that's pretty criminal. Like that's what he was there for. He was waiting for that the whole time. tabseN is at 24-13. Damn.
So, I mean, the main thing, if you're going to go ahead and play that style where you hold angles like that and play very patiently, you got to hit the shot. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah.
So Rez, you can't get caught sleeping is my point. And unfortunately, that's the strategy that Nip tried to go for after the aggression at the beginning of the round. And yeah, if you're going to play that, you need to get those shots. And I don't think that... can he get his monitor any closer to him, XANTARES?
One of these days, it'll just be like glasses.
Well, I'm just waiting for the old Quake
There'll be no
pros.
monitor. It'll just be...
Wasn't it DevilWalk? I think DevilWalk back in the day actually had that for a while, where he had the monitor in his like right in front of him, and he had his keyboard on the back side of the monitor, so that he could really just hug up to the monitor. It was the craziest thing. I think it was DevilWalk. I may be imagining things, but I have seen this happen before.
Nothing will beat Michael sitting on his knees.
Yeah, wow. Throwback.
Still one of the best moments. Well, Rez and Hambush have pushed up long. It's 15-7. NIP need 8 rounds in a row to bring it into overtime right now, and we'll see what is going to be possible here. They don't have the best weapons, but it can be done with a good flashbang and a double kill of the MP9. The bomb is down on the wrong side of the tunnel from Big's point of view. Who wants to go in first, Big? Someone has to get the bomb, so just, you know...
Isn't that just the best when it all just kind of clicks together there, Anders? You know, you don't even finish your sentence, and that, you know, there's the flashbang, and you just, oh, feel good,
Smooth.
feels good.
Yeah, it's good.
You know, some people get all excited about headshots for casters. That's when you're just like, ooh, yeah,
That was it.
nice.
The moment. It's more fun than it works the other way. You know, you're building the narrative and then it just backfires. That's ambitious for an MP9. I know some people can make them work like a range, not me, but that was a long range. They're also being flanked, which I'm sure they know. I'm sure Big have that awareness. Oh, tiziaN, that's not bad. But there is the flank, and syrson is low on health in a 1 versus 3, and the bomb is down. So again, they have to try to lose this round basically. NIP, if they go and fight him, you know, one at a time here, maybe it's possible. But if they just leave him alone, they win. So it looks like that's what they're doing. Fair play.
Actually, he's just gonna save the op.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind it.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Run down the clock. You can drop a couple AKs for the next round, and it's actually pretty decent here for Big. So they're not going to let Nip get rolling too hard here. And if you can deny the second AWP, Nip are going to have money to buy one. So this actually shapes up nicely. AK is going to get saved here by NIP. And good on NIP. Flash setup. Impeccable timing. That's just when everything kind of clicks in around, and you just get to feel good and pat yourself on the back and focus on the next one. Curious to see if we're going to see more aggression from nawwk and Rez in mid right now. It feels like that's been working as well, creating opportunity for him. So would like to see Nip show that the guts to go out there and fight and take those fights mid, take those fights long, and just get out there and keep that pressure up. Rez is going for the AUG, so it makes me think, you know, not too much of a stretch. Really liking the posters behind the players at the big office as well. That's really cool. Nice touch. Getting to see the players' names up there.
Yep.
put a bit of effort in. I can respect that too.
Oh, are you shocked? You know, big Fillion. He's in charge over there now, man. Naturally, it's going to be, you know, above par.
Just get it done. Maybe it could set a trend. We get more of them. Oh, look at syrson. This is an absolutely bizarre play. He's pushed in first, just walked in with the AWP. There's no way Plopsky's going to be checking for it, and he goes down. He actually had the jump on him. He was outside of the scope. CTR takes down tiziaN, and the bomb. Oh, no! They have the bomb site, but the bomb is in connector. And now they get picked apart. Not coming in with a double kill. That's an awful scenario.
I mean, it's such a cool scenario until you realize, wait, the bomb is on the wrong side. What happened?
Oh no, that is not good at all. That's like getting to the airport and you don't have your ticket.
Oh, your passport.
You don't have your passport. Even worse.
That's the one.
You go shopping and you forgot your shopping list, and then you die somehow in the middle. That's the analogy.
You're just never getting it.
You trip and you die on your way home. That's how serious it was.
You needed that shopping list so bad. It was on the other side of the street. And you
had no idea what to buy without it.
They just got hit by a bus.
Wow.
Even right now, like big. I mean, they have so many rounds to play with. I mean, that may be they're just getting creative. They're getting out there.
Listen, the play's absolutely amazing. For syrson to do that successfully
really cool.
and just keep his cool, I just love everything about it. And it's not even Big's fault. Like how could they have known that NIP were going to come attack them that way with the bomb in there? Like it's just a freak accident. But the outcome is pretty devastating, obviously, and sucks for Big because that was really cool.
Well, XANTARES has certainly cooled off. He's gone from 160 ADR to 93 ADR. It's actually tabseN.
Yeah, and I mean,
stepped up individually for Big.
I mean, just in context, right? Like 93 ADR is still pretty impressive, but yeah, you're right. And Hampus, I mean, look, think of him. He was dropping off a lot earlier, and he's not having some kind of a star performance, but he's certainly not letting the team down anymore. Like he's not doing nothing.
Oh no, he's definitely stepped up, Anders. For a long time there, he was sitting at like 3 kills.
Yeah.
Now he's up at 11. He's bumped his number up to 60 ADR. He's starting to get a little bit more involved here.
Yeah, it's good.
And,
real good.
He's actually topping out on the, wow, interesting. NIP. So Hampus has got the most deagle kills, 4. And then ZTR with 3 behind him. 1 and 1 on nawwk and Plopsky. 0 deagle kills for Big so far this map. They've just been too wealthy. They've just had guns way too often. They need a good deagle round here, Big. Clearly.
You know, people don't understand sometimes the struggle of having so much, like as much money. Like people think it's easy being rich, but if you're big, you don't even get deal kills. You're not even on the board.
Just got to pump those numbers up.
Yeah,
those are pretty. Well, I mean, yeah, you can't really get lower than. I mean, I guess technically you can, but 0. It's no good.
No good. 15-9, 25th round. We have got a chance for deagle kills. They're finally poor enough to be able to buy the peasant gun. I don't know.
The hand cannon.
Hand cannon. And they're going to be setting up for another rush through the tunnel. Here we go. Flashes are in. Plopsky lining it up. There is one for XANTARES. That's a pretty good return. CTR's here, though, and he's ready to spray. Ooh, that's a nice return. Hampus again. The trade's just working out really well for NIP. Not letting them, you know, just get any free kills and then reset for another fight. Straight in there. Good enough shot from tabseN. He's charging in. He has the right idea, and he almost got him. That was real close.
Oh, I thought he had it. That would have been sick, turning it into the 1v1. And then just count on, you know, Big Daddy tabseN. He'd be the one in the end to just.
You know, I've got a confession on the weird pistol front.
Okay.
Back in 1.6, the 5.7's pretty much a useless pistol.
Yeah.
And I was playing on like a Danish server where they kept stats. Like it was very important. You would go and check your stats on the server, and it was just servers online for you forever, right? And I was online the middle of the night against one of my friends, and I just boosted all my 5.7 kills, so I became like the #1 5.7 player on the server, and it really meant a lot to me back then. Because I was like 12 or something.
Of course.
But, oh, here we go again. They're not done with the monster tunnel, and this time they get the entry, and this could actually work. They're going for it big. They want to get onto that second map right now, and that could actually happen. 3-on-3. They're going to get the bomb plant. They didn't forget it this time. And out on the other side, NIP. I mean, they're all here, ready for the retake already. tabseN taking a lot of damage from Brehze, and it'll be nawwk to finish him off. Coming in from the other side. He got pushed into that off. Oh, nawwk! He's just running in, taking down syrson, and tiziaN will fall next. A triple kill for nawwk, and an 11th round for NIP, who are not apparently done with this map yet.
No, but this might be the one now where Big finally, they are going to get the big buy around here. syrson will have that AWP. They'll have everything that they need. And Big are clearly just saying, okay, we're going to keep hitting B because eventually you're going to have to think about mid. You're eventually going to have to put players over towards long, and that'll weaken the defense and give us an opening. There was the opening, except that NiP were very quick to react and shut that down past the bomb plant. So
if you're Big, just go for the rush in the monster tunnel again. Like, they'll never expect it a fifth time.
Oh no, Keto just got shanked by a teammate. Come on, how about guys?
It's like a cold shower or something, Summer. Wake him right up.
Oh yeah.
You'll feel...
He's gonna feel the rage is what he's gonna feel.
Okay, 15-11, 27th round. They needed, what did we say, 8 in a row? I think it was 15-7 or something like that. Now it's 15-11, and they're getting there. They need 4 more rounds. Rez, though, getting shot in the back of the head. Keto, that's a nice shot. Oh, no, that looked very slow. It looked like he didn't even move his cursor at all. I wonder if that was like a mouse malfunction. That looked really odd. Keto continuing the charge, and that's a pretty good job on him. Hampus is going to get the 1 kill, but instantly traded by tiziaN. And, well, CT actually picks up tabseN and drops the bomb. That's buying a lot of time. That's a very important kill, just for the time bought.
Yeah, this is so scrimmy right now from Big. The rest of the team aren't even here. It isn't like this was coordinated at all. It feels like the Big are just playing off a feel, just trying to push up onto the site and brute force the end of this map.
CTI, that's a really cool headshot, and ropz will follow it up. syrson out in the open, and they're going to lose the round. In spite of the 5 versus 3, they had the bomb site, they had absolutely everything, and NIP still find a way to win the round. I don't know what's happening anymore. I've kind of lost track.
It's an outlier. For sure, but I'm convinced that this was just Big trying to accelerate. They're trying to accelerate. They're trying to force it and just catch NiP in the rotations, right? So you're getting kills if you're Big, and so you're forcing the rest of NiP to rotate around the map to try and cover up the ground that's being lost. And in that, you're hoping in that chaos you're going to be able to find those kills and just accelerate it past the point of no return for NiP. Only that it just got a little out of hand there for Big. They lost the grip on the situation. It slowed down, and NiP did a great job of stabilizing.
Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting. Some of these rounds look like they are already slipping out of the hands of NIP, but somehow they hold on.
Man, they even got Rez just clean at the start. And Rez has been really controlling that connector birthday area to get him scot-free, knock as well, and then lose it. That's got to sting.
Yeah. Let's smoke to buy a little bit of time. ropz wants to actually go through the tunnel. He's been thinking about it. You can tell. Ooh. tabseN is angry.
It's worth pointing out, keep in mind that this is Big's worst map.
Yeah.
And so up until this point, it's been Big just firing all cylinders, you know, getting right up there, but it is still their worst map. And so we may be seeing that struggle come in now for Big to close it because they're not as polished on this map.
Oh no. Yeah, you're right. I mean, that you know, we could be seeing a little bit of that leaking in here. But that kill, that should have been a kill for syrson right there. That didn't look like it was tricky at all. Now they're 5-on-3 and 35 seconds on the clock. So unless they get like an incredible entry where they lose no one down here, I don't think it's even going to get close in this bomb site. So they need to probably get both CTR and ropz here without losing anyone. Then there's a bit of a chance here, but again, they could be peaked. He's just sitting with a grenade out, pushing right in. XANTARES trying to spray it. I mean, that's a nice idea. He just wanted to pre-fire that. But ropz, he's been waiting pretty much all round long for that shot, and there's 9 seconds. There's nothing tiziaN can do here. He could try and go for the straight bomb plant, but it's not even going to work, and he will go down at the end. So another round, 13-15. I mean, the round loss bonus is certainly there, but without a bomb plant, they are a little bit screwed. They actually really need that bomb plant.
Yeah, this is going to be the half buy, and this is probably where they actually win it because they're just going to go Deagle Kevlar and a couple of nades.
Oh, you're right.
And then, you know, we're just going to get that CSGO magic where they think it's a throwaway round, and maybe they stop freaking out so hard here. tabseN finally having a little bit of a pep talk here for the boys. If anything, NiP are showing true resilience. We saw some real grinding games against Astralis yesterday. It was 16-13, 16-13 against Astralis. Neither of those maps went easily to NiP, but they got the job done. And here they're showing that they can hang even when everything's against them. They're still putting rounds together. You got to give it credit here. You know, got to give credit where credit's due. NiP and Threat. You know, the young guns. Threat clearly has a vision. He's got the support from the rest of the org as well. It's all coming together here for the Swedes.
It is. You know, you go back now and you look at some of those rounds that they lost earlier in the first half, you nip and you think, oh man, you know, suddenly they actually matter a lot when you get to the end of it.
Yeah.
It's not over yet. 15-13. They're not at the woods, and NIP are not in overtime yet. Big just need, I mean, again, one little stroke of luck, as you pointed out. You know, you relax a little bit in a round like this, you just get like one good opening kill. That could be all you need to at least win the map here if you're big. Like Galil on XANTARES already losing a little bit of health, and they're going to check over at the restrooms, then they're going to come down and join everyone else in the sewer, and they're going to go straight for the B-bomb side, and it's going to be really quick. Here we go, already trying to make their way through. Hampers has stopped syrson, and that smoke there, it's making life really tricky on them, so they have to slow it down, but the bomb is already committed. It's already on the site, so there are really no more surprises here for NIP. They know what is coming next.
Dude, NIP had 4 players at the beginning of this push on this. They read big so hard.
They knew.
They knew what was coming, that this was just going to be another B hit. And, well, tiziaN putting that Galil to work. XANTARES, hey, there's a nice shot from k1to.
It's a deagle kill.
Yeah, it's a deagle kill. Actually, hold on. Maybe I don't know if it updates that quickly, but we can maybe check and see.
XANTARES had the other one, I think, right?
How many deagle kills are we up to here?
It's critical information that we're delivering here.
I'm seeing 2 deagle kills so far this map from Big.
All right.
So, who got that one right there? k1to?
That was k1to, yeah.
Yeah, maybe it updates. So 1-1 right now. XANTARES and k1to. Rockin' deagle.
Woo. Well, here we are. 30th round, ladies and gentlemen. Double AWP on the NIP side. If they get into overtime, that'll make it really interesting. But it looks like we're going to be setting up for a little bit of action over on the restroom side and the connector side. So they want to try and see if they can catch anyone from NIP there. Oh, and XANTARES getting tagged up a bit. We haven't seen any interesting, I mean, not that many interesting boosts either outside of B or inside of B. You can, you know, boost on either side to catch people. We haven't seen any of those double or triple nades to go for some of those boost spots either. I'm missing some of that action. That's really fun. Brehze and Hampers, though, this is a pretty aggressive setup in the middle of the round, which it could horribly backfire. They could lose the round. If they lose this fight, they're done. They're never going to get to the A-bomb side in time. But if you win, it's going to be different. And Brehze doing a fantastic job. Hampers on the follow-up. They're so confused. And if not for the flashbang, I think he could have probably done even more. I think that was a bit of an accident, actually. And Brehze, oh, look, he's almost peeking into the AWP. syrson would love that free kill, but Brehze, I don't know. Something told him that that was about to be dangerous, and now it's syrson instead, walking into it. Oh, no. NIP putting a lot on that forward defense. I guarantee you they would not have been able to hold that round if that had backfired. But it did not, and instead, here we go. Overtime, 15-15. NIP bring it all the way through, and that is an amazing comeback.
What a play, and yeah, they're going to be tilting off the face of the planet right now, Big.
Oh, yeah.
This is a setup that they haven't run into yet, and they walk into it. The spacing isn't there. k1to not able to trade it. Perfectly ready for that nip, and for them to actually just sit and wait and set a trap, expecting Big to go off of B towards A, and to just set a trap and wait patiently. Just let Big walk into their crosshairs. And that time, when you play that kind of strategy, when you're just going to sit there and wait, you need to hit the shots. And there it is. He hits the shots perfectly. And we've got overtime on our hands here. First map, and Nip not going down without a fight.
That's really good to see, isn't it? Now, I don't know, because it can still be even more heartbreaking, right? If you make that comeback and then you lose in overtime, oh, you've spent so much emotional energy and it's just completely deflating. So it's like the odds have just been stacked high, really against both sides, right? If Big win it now, yeah, I'm sure they're still gonna be like, all right, you know, we did it. It wasn't all for nothing. Yeah.
You're still going into Mirage. Keep that in mind. Next map is still Mirage. If you're Big, you're gonna be tilting pretty hard if you lose this at this point. But NIP. This is the thing. They're playing with house money right now. They've got nothing to lose. Nobody's predicting... Well, I was about to say nobody's predicting them, but I'm sitting next to a guy who predicted Nip to win this.
Me and Launders, that really scares me.
Mad lads. I think the fan vote as well went for Nip.
Yeah.
It's worth pointing out.
Listen, Launders and I are all about the fans. We know what the people want. CTR and Popsky down there at the bomb site. Brehze is now going to be checking. If they're slow Big, Brehze is going to find out that this is happening before, but if they're quick, it's not going to matter and they won't rotate anyone down. And they're right there on the edge, setting it up. Brehze is getting closer. He's almost in connector behind them, but they know what's coming. 35 seconds. They have all of the info. This is such a play for Brehze, and just as they're setting up, he's shooting him in the back, and that will definitely ruin the round. That doesn't even matter. Getting the kill is not important. tabseN could maybe get a bomb plant, but surely there's no way. They're not going to win a 2-on-4 in the first round of overtime. He's going to get there in time. He can get the bomb plant if he's just running straight for it. So that's interesting. I still don't think it's enough. It really shouldn't be enough. Smoke is up there, trying for a quick headshot. That's the right idea. Yep, he has to push. I don't even mind. He actually has to go aggressive. And yeah, they get caught in the end. But I think tabseN had the right idea, including the aggression at the end. It'll be NIP to pick up the first round in overtime.
Yeah. Man.
That was such a play for Rez. Even if he had got no kills, even if he had just shot someone in the back and you know, fallen back, it would have been fine. Oh,
so sick.
Okay. Fine, I guess.
That's so sick. The timing there. Knock, man, popping off. And it's going to be so fun to see how these statistics break down, because Knock was already a top 3 performer in this tournament so far on the second day. And here he is dropping 27 kills.
I feel like he started out maybe not slow, but like not as hot as I was expecting.
Yeah, yeah.
But,
I think most of NIP, obviously they started slow. It was a 9-0 lead for Big. What happened to the Sanders? It was a 9-0 lead for Big, and yet here we are in overtime. NIP showing some true grit. ZT are going to get overwhelmed, though. Unfortunately for him, he just ate that flash. There was no getting around it.
And he had no backup there, which is really curious. There's tiziaN with a shot and nearly getting the kill. That is really impressive. Well, it's a 4-on-3, and I don't know if they can hold this round. Hampus is down there at the B bomb site, trying to just buy some time with the smoke. Actually pushing in behind it. Oh, this could be real interesting. They might not think anyone is here, because they might feel like they've already checked this. So we'll see. No, they are going to do the hard work and check it manually. That's really important. nawwk not getting that shot, and will be found by Keto, so the threat has gone away.
Oh, man, and you know, how many rounds has it been in a row now? Finally, Big Clan looks like they're going to break the streak that NIP have established on the CT side.
Was it 8 in a row in regulation and adding that one? So yeah, nine or something like that in a row for NIP?
It's amazing to me how nice little diming here from Rez. Gets a freebie.
That's cool.
Gotta pump those numbers up, Rez. Gotta get those stats.
I think the Skybox AI prediction there said 99 to 1 chance, so we've seen that before, and it still worked out, the device round. Not this time. 99 to 1 is still, you know, still makes it pretty rare.
tabseN doing a good bit of talking there, trying to get the guys fired up. That's what I want to see. And in these pressure situations, this is where you do expect to see Big win out. I mean, they are the favored team. They're ranked number 4 in the world right now, according to HLTV, Anders. And this is these are the rankings that we're going off of. When we say that Astralis are number 1 in the world, it's the HLTV rankings.
That's what we mean, yeah.
Big are currently up there at number 4. It would be an insane performance from NIP if they were able to upset the number 1 and number 4 in 2 best-of-3s in 2 days.
Yeah, you'd love to see it. Rez is going to get that one almost with the follow-up, but Keto, that is a very important trade. So, job well done. nawwk and syrson are having like a cold standoff. Not really firing at each other yet, but they're kind of in a similar area. And outside of B again. It feels like Big are just really, really wanting to go for this B bomb site. They're really emphasizing that at the moment. Oh, Keto, is he making noise? nawwk is turning around. Yep, he is. And that is a nice kill, but there's the follow-up.
Yeah, this time syrson stayed there. Last round, he backed off. If he'd have held 2 seconds longer, he would have spotted Rez pushing long. This time around, syrson is actually just sitting there ready and waiting for that flank. And so not getting caught, that's a big deal. Brings it back to a 3-on-3, and there are still got a good number of nades here for Big Clan to work with as well.
Yeah, there are. But there's one important grenade for NIP, and that's the Molotov on Hampus. Now, he's going to be running into the battle out long here first. tabseN taking that fight straight up, both of them tapping away, and Hampus will get that headshot. And now the bomb is lost really far away. 40 seconds as... don't fight this, Hampus. My God, just stay back. It is not worth it.
They don't know... I mean...
They don't know the bomb's here, but...
There's still time for the bomb to go through connector. If they were crazy enough... And that's actually the gamble that NIP are going for. Ha!
Oh, wow.
They just hard played this and said, if you guys go connector, we are going to murder you. And if it goes A, we're going to retake. Wow, what a call from NIP.
Okay, well, now it's interesting because 2 of the NIP players are really low on health, so... I mean, we'll see. This could still work out. There's the trade. That's really important. The AUG at range, and now it's on syrson 1 versus 2, but he's got that AWP. He's thinking someone must be here, right? They just saw Hampus. They know that he fell back to this position, so he's so sure that someone's going to be there. Out with the deagle. He gets the one. He gets tagged on the other side, and now he sets it up, but it's not going to be in time. Hampus with the double kill, and the round for NIP, 17 to 16. They are just 2 rounds away from picking up this match.
What a monster. I mean, this is just absolutely fantastic. Yeah, first map, everybody. If you're just tuning in, this is the first map of the day here at Blast, and we've got a second best of 3 coming up after this one. And so we are just getting started. But these, I mean, what fantastic calls getting called in by Nip, deciding once again, they really do believe firmly in the buddy system. Just get everybody together. Hampus is low, everybody's low. What? You know what you do? Put them all together in a death ball and then just move together as a death ball. And just, you see how effective that works out. I love it. We're getting a little bit of the director from the manager as well in the back. He's, you know, getting in there with the camera angles.
It's real good.
Good stuff, man. Johnny on the spot. Thank you very much for the work.
They're playing Counter-Strike like I play StarCraft. Just add everyone to one hotkey and move.
That's F2. You're an F2 gamer, aren't you? That's it. We knew it all along. He plays Protoss after all.
Of course. What else could it have been? syrson going down early on. Oh, Brehze out on the hunt, and he'll find tabseN as well. What? He traced him right through. This is a ridiculous way to start a round. Big, surely, I mean, again, mentally wanted to just immediately fight here, but that does not work out.
So Big went back to one of their tried and true, which is to get syrson and tabseN to work together as a buddy system over at Birthday. It just so happens that Brehze has been utterly dominating against Astralis too. He played very well in mid, and so far this map, I mean, this has been his turf. And so once again, Brehze coming up with the goods here. Excellent work. But that is Big, showing that they need to be doing a little bit more work on this map. This is, once again, their weakest map in the pool, and I think you can tell when it comes to crunch time, you know, they don't have that deep playbook that they can fall back on just right now.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I mean, I think especially on the grenades it's showing, because Big are such a nerdy team when it comes to nades, and we haven't seen that much out of it here. XANTARES, again, I don't know how you could possibly win that. He was trying to be, you know, in a forward position towards Elben to catch, you know, some early info, and it just doesn't work out. So Keto saving the AWP. It's going to be 18-16 now. NIP with their first map point here. First chance for them to actually win the map. And looking at the scoreboard, right, Brehze at 29, nawwk at 28. Everyone is playing really well. I mean, CTR is a little bit lower than the rest on the scoreboard, but he's had some pretty important rounds, so I don't really mind. It's not really any kind of a concern for me at the moment.
I mean, it's a fantastic performance from Brehze. It's actually critical, because coming out of yesterday versus Astralis, like, oh yeah, wow, okay, you know, good performance from ZTR. nawwk is up there, but Brehze was kind of lacking, and he is definitely one of the heavy hitters on NIP. He ended at negative 4 KD, 0.97 rating yesterday after 2 maps versus Astralis. So for him to just come through swinging here on the first map versus Big, that's got to feel good for NIP. Now they're starting to really get those cards to play with here. As you can see, once again, it's so common for syrson to go for that play, to get above that smoke and try and take that peak, that Brehze is just ready for him. He knows.
You have to appreciate, he got that second kill without hitting any of the balloons as well. Not even ruining the party up.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, man. He's all about... he doesn't want to ruin the spot that he's going to be spending the majority of the map on. No,
exactly right. 18-16, here we go. Yeah, Big need to win the next 2 rounds in a row and try and get into double overtime. And you have to imagine there's a little bit of a setup, although I think they messed up one of those nades. But yeah, they wanted to bomb Keto, and he was 1 nade away from dying. So we asked about that in regulation. Where are those kind of setups? And NIP, I don't know, heard it through the grapevine or something like that.
Very sick. I mean, that's what it's about here. And NIP showing that they have a few of the details. tiziaN, though, going to fight back, taking down Hampus. syrson is going to have a chance here in mid as well.
Oh, some missed timing. Really for both players. I mean, Hampus, that's a strong position to be in. Could have worked out. syrson, he's crouched in. He knows. Oh! How does it go right between them? That seems unfair, but they're going to win the round anyway. tabseN with a good cleanup. And generally just, I mean, some forward positions there for a Big, not getting caught. Going to steal at least a couple of AKs, and we're going to go to last round of overtime.
Yes, we are. This is where the pressure mounts.
I can't believe tabseN's playing with the M4A1.
He watched Simple, dude. He was like, dude, if the best player in the world is going to play with the M4A1S, I got to play with the M4A1S.
Yeah, but you have to not think that when you're watching Simple. Like, you can't do what Simple can do. It doesn't matter who you are.
Listen, dude, in my mind, anything is possible. And in tabseN's mind too, okay?
Apparently.
There's Brehze getting chunked.
Yeah.
They're starting to wise up to him. Like, okay, we won't face you. We'll just chuck an HE at your face.
And, I mean, that's a pretty good solution. NIP also, I mean, just set up right now, hoping for some aggression. tiziaN in this position that's remarkably hard to clear. Like, it seems like it should be easy, but I don't know. once you come down the stairwell over there, or the stairs, you forget about the fact that someone could be here. It's hard to escape from, though, too. So if there are more than one, if there's 2 people peeking it, you probably can't get away here if you're tiziaN. So I don't know. It's a little bit of a one-sided type scenario. tabseN is pushing up against Brehze. Now, if they find Brehze, they're going to be able to guess where the rest of the team is outside of the B bomb site. So that's real important. Nice shot from Brehze, but again, this is what it's all about. tabseN takes him down. So now the clock is run down here. NIP, they probably need to execute this fairly soon because tabseN is going to call this in and say, yeah, well, there's no one up here else outside of just the one. And tiziaN, there's that. Well, again, he can't escape. He falls down. Oh, we just said it. k1to now gonna get instantly taken out. So it's a 2-on-3. Nice lineup. tabseN and XANTARES each getting a kill, and it's on CTR. 25 seconds. He's gonna straight for the bomb plant, but right in front of him, surely gonna be able to secure that double overtime. Is XANTARES at the end? Him and tabseN both getting a double, and that'll be it. A double OT. Wow.
Indeed. This is, I mean, again, where you're seeing it get down to crunch time, maybe we're starting to see just a little bit of the cracks appear here in NIP's game where the young players, you know, new roster change, not quite everything going down, that conviction, right? Knowing that you can get the job done. Big have had that experience. They've been in this position before. NIP, with this roster, not so much. And so this is where you can start to see perhaps a little bit of a struggle for the Swedes. And, well, for the observed amongst you, you guys will be noticing that we're starting with $12,500 at the beginning of these halves of overtime. And that's actually a change that was put together for this season. It's brand new.
It's good.
Put together by the players as well. They said that it felt a little bit light with 10,000, and so we're trying something new here at Blast.
I'm a huge fan of it. Yeah, I like it. I'll elaborate on that at a later stage. Double overtime. That's what we love. We know you got a good series on your hands when this is how it's working out. And they had that same boost out on long by the flower bed. So they're sort of committing 2 people. I feel like this is a pretty strong commitment for like a one trick kind of thing.
Is it a put a ring on it?
Well, I mean, we're gonna find out. I don't know if there's a put a bullet on it type scenario.
That's fully committed, yeah.
Yeah, I guess it is. You're all in. You've exhausted all of the other options at that point in time. syrson is pushing up, and again, it feels like the timer is kind of running against NIP. Even if they have the man lead here, taking out k1to, Brehze is still out there as the only person, and if syrson keeps pushing, again, maybe Big could be ready down here at the B bomb side. They don't have a lot to work with. I think they're pretty much out of grenades down here, and that's going to be an issue. Yeah, XANTARES and tiziaN have gotten 0 nades to fight with. So actually, yeah, they're pushing out to try and just take back that advantage for not having the nades. It makes perfect sense, but they get caught halfway through, and they're going to catch tabseN as well. That's a nice headshot. A little bit of a flank coming through, but XANTARES, the quick turnaround. The bomb, it's been picked up in the meantime, and syrson, I don't know what you're going to do with this AWP. It's 1 versus 3. The bomb is down. This would have to be something like a miracle. Yeah, 97-3 here in percentages, and he's going to get found immediately. That's a tough call there. But NIP will win the first round in the second overtime.
Oh, it's just to grit your teeth, pucker up, because this is a wild ride with these teams, man.
Yeah. But again, like, I really respect, again, the fact that they have no grenades on those 2 players in B. They're gonna, and they kind of feel the B push coming because syrson was pushed up further and further up, so he's calling in and saying like it's pushing towards B, you know. And instead of just waiting, they wanted to try and take some of the advantage away.
Okay, now we're gonna get a change here. Syrson's taking the op long.
All right.
So him and Brehze right now, it's gonna be the fight.
He actually went back for it, and that's pretty bold. Again, syrson has been really hot in this game. tabseN gonna start to fall back, but how far back? k1to is still here. syrson has shown up. They're not evacuating this. Oh no! Brehze and Hampus lining up for that kill, and he's gonna continue with the backup. This is a really strong stand, not even allowing NIP in on this part of the map. Beautiful round here so far. nawwk, nothing that he could do. They're all coming for him. Knife him. That's the play.
Shank him.
Yeah, get in. Oh, they're gonna get the AK out instead, but there was a real opportunity there. They were even flanking him from behind. All right, Big picking up a round. This is the dream. I don't even think tabseN realized he killed the second player there. He was like, oh, what?
Yeah, syrson actually getting that flick is a big deal, and late in the round. Usually you'd expect the CTs to have backed off by then. And so Big just hanging around in mid, lurking, might have caught Nip off guard. And so clearly this is really both of these teams digging deep and trying to pull out all the stops at this point. You've gone through the playbook. Now you're just trying to adjust on the fly. And while syrson, he's going aggro this time, he is really going to go for the deep peek.
Well, they're going to keep...
Dude.
The pressure is really mounting over on this side. If they can win this fight, I mean, it's so good. But the flashbang caught with a nade in hand, tabseN going down, and syrson, I don't even know if this is good anymore. With the AWP, that's the problem, though. And he's got a USP to back him up. So, yeah, he could get a kill and fire this AWP, but they'll know where he is. Can he line up a double? Oh, no, the math is not working out. Oh, it's so close. He almost had it. He was doing all of the trigonometry to try and make that work. You know, he wanted it.
Oh, my God.
Oh, he so wanted it. It's not done yet. XANTARES with a good headshot. Can he bring it back for them? Not quite. Hampers, he's dialed into this game as well, and he'll take him down. tiziaN at a 1 versus 3. Oh, man.
I wanted that so much, Anders.
Yeah, we all did. Like, you could see it. He was like A to the second power plus B to the second power. Like, how do I do this? Like, how is it working out? What was that Pythagoras thing? How am I getting the angle here? Oh,
what
no.
A shame. Oh, that would have been insane. Nice try here from tiziaN, though. 1v2.
All right. Yeah, he's still, I mean, more power to him, but he needs a mistake, right? He needs someone to face him. Smoke will help him out to try and isolate one of the fights, but ropz does not care about smokes, and it's 20-19. 2 more rounds for NIP, and they could do it. It's so close.
He had it at that moment. He needed to stop walking.
Oh, man. Oh. I really appreciate that from syrson's point of view.
Seriously. That is so, yeah, the frustration. But you can see a lot of tension here on Nip.
He's like, if I can skewer both of them, it's barbecue time. But...
so close. syrson as well, man.
I think ropz of like maybe more than a year ago, maybe more than 2 years ago. I don't know. I lose track of time. But he was tweeting about it, and I kind of agree with him. And I think he suggested this 1250 type, 12,500 type money. And I don't even know why we are stuck in either 10 or 16k. Like, why did? There's no rules, right? So. I agree. I think it's cool. I think this is a really smart idea. So, Brehze setting up. That's a free kill on XANTARES. He's a little bit paranoid, and for good reason. He should have been dead instantly. tiziaN actually could have gone down. Now there's a bit of a wall bang coming out, and a very awkward beginning to this round. Brehze getting away with probably way more damage than he should have been allowed there. And it could have cost, Big everything. I think syrson was like a bullet away from death, so now, instead, could he get a little bit of revenge? Not yet. He's going to walk back into it again. He's so close to death, and he's still battling this out. If anything tags him here, he's just dead. He's really fighting to try and keep his team in this. Now they're going to Molotov him out of the corner, and still not connecting. Oh, it's so close all of the time. The bomb is back in T-spawn, and still got 55 seconds.
That's Mr. Consistent. This is the thing from syrson. You just expect him to take those shots. You expect him to hit those shots because he just always shows up for his team. And right now, he's not sitting at the top of the scoreboard, so it is a little bit concerning. But this is the ZTR.
Oh!
But tabseN, it feels like you can just rely on.
Yeah, but that is, I mean, that is all CTR's mistake, right? The tabseN had no way of knowing that. That is just so, like, that's 99% of the time, that's a kill. That if this is what cost NIP, that is going to be way too heartbreaking. And it looks like it won't. It looks like they've recovered it. 24 seconds. The bomb is being brought down here. And ropz, he should be able to hear it. He doesn't have any grenades to slow them down, but just getting the info and calling in the backup is plenty enough here. 15 seconds, and ropz even stopping the bomb from going down. Really well done. Nice triple on him, and CTR's mistake, not costing them anything, but man, that you could tell that tabseN just didn't even know anyone could have been there. They had no idea.
Impeccable stuff. And now we're going to see the replays here. As this was ropz with the deny. Ah, yeah, right on the edge. Thought that was clean. I thought that was quick, but the smoke was just barely not deep enough.
21-19 here.
Map point.
Yep. Once again, Big need to win 2 in a row to keep themselves in this map, which we'll see if they can. All right, Brehze is down there on connector, and tiziaN is going to go take the fight. I feel like they've been taking this fight together for a while now, just the 2 of them. Now, is he going to get flashed in or grenaded in? Someone could, from inside of that B bomb site, just throw a grenade for him, and that would be exciting. I think they're thinking about it. Just get that communication in. Hampus is covering that line, and it's going to be Rez instead to just cleanly take it out. Even if he had got grenaded, tiziaN never even pulled the trigger. That's a nice quick shot there.
Keto, though. Oh, no. He decides to play it safe instead. Ah! What was that?
He could have messed that up. But yeah, nice move. Nice quick push up there and catching nawwk. The actual execution of the kill was questionable at best. Oh, pushing through the Molotov. Hampus giving it all. And syrson, he's going to fight right back. It's another 3-on-3, but CTR is there to catch tabseN as he comes in now, forced up by a Molotov, and he's going to go fight in front of it as well. Waiting for it, taking a lot of damage as syrson on the other side, and more backup is being called for. It's going to be Rez to take one, and XANTARES on its own, and it'll be NIP to pick up the map on Overpass in double overtime. That is a fantastic comeback. It's so well played by the Ninjas.